Is Hey, this Omar, and today I'd like to discuss um Trevor Lawrence and Kyler Murray. Should you draft both of them on your team today? Do they have potential to be top 10 in top 10 quarterback in your fantasy league? So, just a couple of things I just thought to run down and just give you something to think on right quick. So, we'll start with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence this year looks like, he gonna be the real deal. Last year he had to deal with a lot of bullshit, you know what I'm saying? All that chaos with the coach and everything. And so he came into the league with they raving about him up there with like John Elway and Andrew Luck, those type of, like for sure type of quarterbacks or whatever, and Peyton Manning as well. So last year, was kind of a wash because, I don't think the system was really, something where he could definitely shine at. This year they got Doug Peterson, who, what I'm saying, he had a history of with quarterbacks, he know how to coach them up, and like he puts you out there in the best positions to, be the best version of yourself that you can be, like how he was with Carson Wentz, and then also what he did with Nick Foles, and then, even before that, the other quarterbacks that he also was with. But he just has he has an eye of, play calling that works for the quarterback he got. Trevor Lawrence is clearly better than Wentz and Foles. So, he got the most talent. Now, I think that, he gonna be able to, like, we gonna finally start to see, glimpse of, what everybody thought we were gonna see from him coming out of Clemson. You look at the skill positions he got, running backs, he got ATN coming back, you got Robinson, you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be splitting the touches. And then you got, wide receivers, you got Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones Jr., and then you got Zay Jones. At the tight end position, you got Evan Ingram, who is sketchy. He get hurt every year. But I think now that he back, from, where he was kind of balling out in Florida, back in that region, I think we might start seeing like his, that best version of himself. And if not, they still got Dan Arnold, like a sleeper dude that was putting up decent numbers last year. So with those skilled players, I ain't gonna say they're world beaters, but I definitely think that with Trevor Lawrence's ability, he's gonna find a way to, like once we start saying like who we gonna see as his number one, we gonna see the stats piling up. So I think that definitely this year, he has potential to be, if not top 10, top 15 as far as like we gonna say scoring in fantasy. Now they gonna get some wins. They in a sweet division, and so, Tennessee, might pull back a little bit. Indy gonna be there. And so they got a real good opportunity to surprise some people, depending on, from week to week. So it's just something to think on for Trevor Lawrence. Now, Kyler Murray, I think he definitely has potential to, do like what he been doing. Only bad thing about him is, he been getting hurt towards the back end of the year, but usually he kind of start you off, even if you have him on your team, he kind of starts you off in a good position. We go back to 2020, the boy ran for 819 yards, 11 touchdowns, touchdown passes. He had 26 touchdown passes. And so, he might have had more had he stayed healthy. And then last year, he had 423 yards running the ball with 5 touchdowns. And he had only 24 touchdown passes. And, they had that great start. At one point in time, they was at the top of the NFC with a 10-3 record. So, once he, once he got hurt, it's kind of like, we didn't really get to see like how good the offense was, because to be honest, like, I mean, you look at they people, they got Connor in the running back position, and whoever the number two, it might be Benjamin, or it might be somebody else. Hopkins coming back after about, once he come back from suspension, you plug him in with Ronald Moore and Wesley and Green. Wesley and Moore, they was kind of showing out last year, giving them good production. And then when they made that sneaky trade to get Ertz, he was doing his thing. And then Max Williams coming back from injury. So, you look at all those skill positions, they gonna definitely be, in a lot of games, and they might not fall back as much so as people think. So they probably be number two again in the division behind the Rams. But they might surprise some people, and just stats wise on his part, he might have like, like he did last year, like MVP type of numbers, as long as he stay healthy. So I think you building the team, it might be smart to draft both of them if you able to steal them, because they both going to be in the lower part, and people might not be paying attention to them both. You know what I'm saying? So especially when you filling out the roster, I think there'll be two, because I think Trevor Lawrence, even if Murray get hurt again, Trevor Lawrence probably will pull you home on the back end. So it's just some I was thinking on, just to see what you feel like, see what whether I'm wrong or whether I'm right on this. Just let me know on the comments below. Hit the like button, and I'll check you out next time. All right.